Hello wolves! So today we will be talking about Batman's Rogue Gallery, or a portion of it, only 5 members of the Rogue Gallery. So many members of Batman's Rogue Gallery, I don't really want to squish them all together in one video, so I will be doing separate parts if you want that. You might think this is the crappiest video I've ever seen and you don't want a part 2, which is fine because I would agree with you. So there'll be 5 per video. I don't know why I did 3 then, I meant 5. If you guys want a second part, please say yes. I have no ideas anymore. I'm going to talk about some of the more obscure ones, so there'll be no Joker or Harley Quinn or Poison Ivy or Catwoman or anyone like that in the first video. I might just do separate videos on them, even though their backstories are quite well known at the moment. Okay, so number 5, Dollmaker. Barton Mathis grew up with a cannibal for a father. Great parenting. Due to this terrible upbringing, he wanted to be able to control something, because he couldn't control his own life when he was younger. So he created the Dollmaker. Much like everyone's favourite classic horror movie character, he has a mask made out of skin. Parts of the mask are actually made out of his father's skin as well. Again, great parenting. Barton is actually the 3rd Dollmaker, a title he adopted from Anton Scott and the first Dollmaker, Marcel Mannequin. He creates dolls out of victims' skin and limbs, and he even idolises fellow villain, the Toyman, even seeing him as a father figure. This guy sure knows how to pick 'em. Dollmaker was actually the one to cut the Joker's face off. Number 4, Catman. Thomas Blake is in no way related to Selena Kyle. So let's just get that out there before I start anything. Thomas was a world famous trapper of cats. He actually became a villain because he was bored. Now I am being serious, he was just bored, so he thought, I'm gonna go steal some stuff. So he was bored of being a game trapper, so he became a cat burglar. His costume was originally modelled after Selena's, something that she hated. His weapons consist of a pair of steel-tipped gloves and his catarang. I'm being serious. His suit is made out of an ancient African cloth that grants him 9 lives. He has an honourable streak and a deep respect for jungle cats, which is strange considering he was their gamekeeper for a while. Catman along with Deadshot are members of the Secret Six. Okay, number 3, Calendar Man. They're really creative with these names, aren't they? Julian Day is the Calendar Man. He has an obsession with dates and numbers, hence the name. The crime he commits also correspond with the dates that they're committed on. This is also true for his costumes. In the earlier comics, his costumes would change for the dates that they were on. Like if they were on a specific holiday, they'd have some form of representation for that holiday. He's also part of a team that consists of Catman and Killer Moth, and they're called the Misfits. Julian designs and invents his own machinery for these crimes, and he carefully works this around the seasons and the holidays and the dates. During DC Rebirth, Calendar Man is given a whole new backstory, and weird stuff happens to him. Basically, he's reborn every spring, he dies every winter, and his body crawls out of the husk of his old body, and it's just really random and weird, but also kind of cool. Number 2, ManBat. Again, so creative. Kirk Longstorm studied bats, which is already a bad start. If anyone who's ever seen films studies any type of animal or insect or even bloody plants, they'll turn into them eventually. Just don't study anything. Don't become a scientist. Don't do it. Anyway, he creates an experimental serum which was meant to give people the ability to have the bat's sonar sense. Something goes horribly wrong and he transforms into ManBat. Half man, half bat, if you couldn't tell. I mean, it gets confusing because Batman's not half man or half bat. This also took away his intelligence, which I think is just really rude to bats. Batman actually finds a way to reverse this.
But not for long!
Kurt takes the serum again, don't know why, to become ManBat, and actually convinces his wife to take the serum, and she becomes She-Bat. Not Girl Bat, not Woman Bat, She-Bat. Anyway, they rampage Gotham like most villains do, and Batman turns them back to human. He also tries to help some of the people of Gotham as ManBat, only sometimes don't. And number one, last but not least, Professor Pig. I don't know why his name makes me laugh. It doesn't. It really shouldn't, considering what he does. Anyway, Professor Pig started out as a circus ringleader. He was the ringleader for the travelling circus of Strange. Some of his fellow circus performers actually captured victims for him to experiment on, to make people perfect. His experiments are called Dollatrons. They have been lobotomized and they are genderless, and they are basically just blank slates of a person. Blank masks permanently grafted onto their faces. He also wants to infect Gotham with an insanity triggering virus, which is always nice. His costume consists of a makeshift surgical apron and a simple pig mask. Professor Pig always creeped me out, mainly because of what he used to do to people, like the lobotomization. Lobotomization creeps me out. It's because I watched way too many Strange films as a kid, where like the main character was in an insane asylum or something, and just hearing that word makes me go, ugh. Do you know what other word makes me go like that? A super random clot. Like someone, oh, my mum was in hospital and they were like, oh, she has a blood clot. And I was like, don't say that word. It's just, I don't know why. Blood clot. I think it's True Blood that did it to me. There's like this episode where Jason and his girlfriend of the time who captured a vampire, and they're draining him and he has a blood clot, and the girl to like, I'm getting sick thinking about it. The girl said, oh, just like stop this and all that, you have to bang on his arm. So she starts like bashing his arm and no, let's stop talking about it. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Comment down below if I got anything wrong or if I missed out stuff, because it's most likely true. I really want to do a video on Scarlet, one of Professor Pig's victims, because I find her really interesting. If you guys want that, comment down below. Check out some of my other videos, subscribe to my channel, please. My Instagram and Snapchat are in the description if you want to follow me. I don't really do anything on them. And Emily's Instagram's in the description. She is the one that created my logo, so go show her some love. And I will see you next time. Bye, little wolves.